What's up, guys?
What's going on,
Welcome
YouTube?
to the Doozy Lifestyle. This is Justin. I'm Rami. We're here based out of South Florida. Today we're working on my 2015 Honda Civic SI. Putting in a Invidia N1 Catback exhaust. So we're going to take you guys along the journey. We're going to show you guys how we're going to install it, any problems we come up with, and let's get started, man.
Yeah, it just sounds good. Let's go.
Let's do it. First, we're gonna show you guys the stock exhaust and how it sounds, and then we'll show you guys how it's gonna sound with the Invidia N1. So let's get started. Alright guys, so first we had to take off the wheel, and before we took off the wheel we loosened the nuts off, and then we jacked up the car, and then we took the rest of the nuts off and took the entire wheel off. And then right here, if you guys can see, there's two nuts that connect to the axle back. The one closest to the front of the car is a 15 millimeter. The one that's close to the rear of the car is a 12 millimeter. So we're just gonna have to loosen that, which we'll do right now. All right, and there it goes. Here's what they look like. And then the nut that's right here is kind of welded on, so that just kind of stays right there. All right, and then if you guys can see right here, little rubber piece that you just got to push out. We had an issue with this before, so we had to kind of like lube it up a little bit so we can slide it out. So it should be fairly easy at this point. And there we go. So there's one. And then there's another one right here. And same thing for this one. We had to lube it up a little bit to make it an easier process.
It's hard for me to get a good angle right there, but you'll see it right above the muffler.
Yeah, it's right above the muffler.
So there you got it.
Here's what it looks like. Okay. Alright. So we got that second one off. So Justin here is going to hold the exhaust tip. Make sure you guys do this when the car is obviously cold so you don't burn your hand. And then we're going to take off this last piece right here. If it's easier for you guys, you can use like a flathead screwdriver and just kind of stick it in there to pry it out, which we're probably going to do right now. It's in an awkward So here we got our flathead, and we're just gonna push it in here to help pry out this last rubber.
Alright, so as you can see, we're having trouble getting one of these rubber hangers off. So right now we're going to use this greaseless lubricant. Anything that lubricates will work well. I know I used the Tire Shine one time and that worked really, really well. So here we go.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this part off. Is there another? Oh. Alright, so you guys have, there's 2 nuts here.
Oh, you didn't get the rubber piece off.
Hold on. So you guys got, there's 2 nuts holding this. So it's also a 12mm, and one's on here and the other one's on the other side parallel to it. And then that should completely take it off for this piece. Lift it up a little bit so it's not, there you go.
Yeah, I can't see, sorry.
Alright, so here are the 2 bolts right here. This is what they look like. And they're on each side. Alright, so let's take that off. Alright.
So this is what the axle back looked like. Alright, now we're taking it off.
Out with the old, in with the new. Alright guys, so here is another rubber hanger. Again, if you have to, use something to lube it out. Right now I'm gonna try it with the flathead, just to kind of pry it out a little bit. And there you go. Alright guys, so here is the last rubber hanger. And just gotta pry it out. And this should release the rest of the Catback. Again, use any type of lube that you guys feel to help loosen this up, because it can be difficult.
Alright, so that right there is the cat, then the rest of the pipe. So the only thing we got to do is separate these bolts right here. There's 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to jack the front up right now, so we can get better leverage on these bolts. They're going to be a little tough to get off because you can see they're a little rusted, as well as all the heat, so they get heated up every day, so they're really going to be stuck on. Alright guys, so look, Rami just removed the mid pipe, so now we got the whole Catback stock exhaust off. He had to use an impact gun to get the 3 bolts that connected to the Catback. Those 3 bolts are it right there. But to be able to get to those bolts, we had to remove this strut-looking bar that was holding the exhaust.
If you guys know the official name of that, let us know.
Yeah, that's
kind of
cool.
curious. We just called it a strut bar.
Giving shit names.
Yeah. So what we did was we removed that to get to the bolts a little bit easier, to have more room. Those 3 bolts, removing the mid pipe, we used a 14mm. We got one with the regular ratchet, and we used the breaker bar. And then the rest were kind of in a tight spot, so we have an impact gun, so we might as well, use that. And there it is.
That's it right there.
So that's the entire
mid pipe
that we had to remove. And now we're gonna move on to putting our Invidia N1. Here we go.
Here we go.
Alright guys, so took everything off. Now it's time to put back on. So again, we got the Invidia N1 exhaust with the burnt tip on it, full titanium. And so they gave us new screws and gaskets that I would definitely put on since you got them. And then we're gonna get started. So this one obviously shows 3 bolts, so it's gonna be the one in the front of the mid pipe, the start of the mid pipe, and then we already installed. So it comes in 3 pieces. We already installed the 2 pieces together, so it'll be a much easier install. Right there, as you can see, and we put the gasket on there, and then we're gonna get started. Alright guys, so we put on the mid pipe. Definitely an easy job that you guys can do. So what we did was we put the bolts on, the 3 bolts that we had to take out with the impact gun. We put it on, hand tightened it. It took a 14 millimeter. Okay, we put the gasket on, and guys, make sure you guys have jack stands. You know that you gotta stay safe under the car. That I advise. The last thing we gotta do is put the tip, and we are all done. And then make sure you guys put the little gasket frame on here, and then we're good to go. So let's do it, and then you guys can hear how this bad boy sounds.
2 bolts, 2 nuts, and then we're done.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Alright guys, so that was the install for the 2015. Installing the N1 Invidia Catback. How was it?
That's pretty good.
It was alright. Took a little trying.
Yeah.
Better to have two people than one,
The
but
more
you
the
can
better.
definitely do it one person. Let us know, comments, what you thought, you know, any questions or any suggestions we could have done better.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll definitely try to answer any questions we have that you guys have. And definitely subscribe. We're gonna do more of these videos. Try to get as many install videos, anything we do, any meets we go to, and be part of the Doozy lifestyle.
Yeah, we got a lot more coming, guys. So
Alright.
definitely give us some recommendations, and there you go.
Make sure you subscribe.